basically, let's start with this part. He's had a tough life and things happen to him that caused trauma to where now it's all coming out. So that part aside of what he's saying, I hope he gets help wherever he's looking, and I hope that he can move forward with that weight on his back and figure out some way, in a healthy way, to become a better man for his children and his wife or whatever else. Number two, I've seen a lot of players. The NBA is a lot of stress that a lot of people just, no matter how much we people have access to NBA players, you don't understand the stress that happens to you on the daily, right? A lot of guys, I've seen a lot, and meaning more than 10, a lot of guys in my 14 years, something happens to them in life and they go super left or super right. They either say, F it, or they say, you know what? I'm going to clean my whole life up. I think I've seen more guys go his way quickly without social media and be like, you know what, guys, you shouldn't eat this. I've seen guys go Muslim where they're like, oh man, this is this and this is that, and I don't do this anymore. And then in 3 months, they're like, you know what, I was overreacting. I think Jaden Ivey is going through something, and he just happened to put it in front of the world. I don't want to say happened to. He chose to put it in front of the world, and he chose to speak on stuff that he believes that doesn't resonate with his job. It's not the right decision. You cannot fight the hand of the job that.
All right, so let me stop that right there. See, this is why the black community is worse, because when a man spoke out on something that was truthful and honest and real, you got to go to everything else. He has mental illness. He's going through something. Why would he say such a thing? And the NBA pick and choose who they want to punish and how they punish them, because if it was a better player, he wouldn't have been let go. Now, I know that the NBA is partnered with the WNBA and things of that nature, and the majority of the WNBA are people of the LGBTQ community. And so he's supposed to step on eggshells, or it's not like he said, F them, this, that, and the other. He spoke what's the truth is. It's not natural. And we should not have to celebrate something that's not natural. Whether you're a Christian, a Muslim, a Buddhist, whatever it's not natural. Where at in any religious book where it says that homosexuality is natural? It's not. So where is all the black support? Everybody is tap dancing around it. Everybody is quick to say, oh, well, he's misguided, or he has a problem. But yeah, the guys in the NBA be beating women. They still be in the league. DUIs still be in the league. 1,000 baby mamas. They be doing everything that's a bad representation for brands, but because they have a certain skill level, they'll turn a blind eye. But as soon as the man say basically, hey, why do we have to celebrate Pride Month? Why should we have to celebrate this? This isn't right. Now you want to go to every little flaw that he might have, or anything that he might have went through as a man, growing up. Oh, well, he needs help. Well, if that's the case, hold up. Why not try to get him help rather than just throwing him away? Because how many guys in the league has suffered from drug problems? They got him help. So let me get this straight. You can beat women. You can do drugs. You can have a bunch of women, a bunch of babies out of wedlock. You can do whatever you want to do. But as soon as you say, why should we have to celebrate the LGBT, whatever, the alphabet community, you're a villain. And you have so many people that's not really speaking out and keeping it real because they're so afraid of their bag. And that's a shame that we in this, because in the 70s and 80s, this would never be happening. But see, now everybody's controlled like puppets. Oh, we a corporation. hold up, how did he bite the hand that feed him? Well, he basically just had a disagreement to saying, hey, why should we have to celebrate something that most people don't believe in? You got some people, yes, you have, a good population of people that are from that community. But at the same time, the majority is not them. It's us. It's straight people. So all he's saying is, why should we have to acknowledge and celebrate that? Because it's just like they say, oh, you shouldn't push this. Okay, well, you pushing that on people. Just like you don't want people pushing religion. You don't want people that's pushing, whether they Christian, whether they Baptist, whether they Catholic, whether they Muslim, whatever. You don't want people pushing those values, but yet you want to push a value that's something that's not natural. So they pick and choose what they want to do. It was an NBA player that used to be in the league. He was a Muslim guy. What was his name? Abdul Rahim or something like that. And he didn't stand for the BS. And he took stands on certain things because, okay, just because these people are paying you, you have to be a robot. It's not like he said something that was like, it wasn't hate what he said. I can understand coming from a hate point of view why the NBA wouldn't like that. He just spoke the truth of what it is. That's not an opinion. That's the truth. And they want to crucify him for it. So they pick and choose. It's all about money. So they don't really care about you. Long as you generating money, they'll let anything slide. If Wemby, Alexandra, LeBron, Luca, any one of Jalen Brown, any one of the star players in the league was to say the exact same thing, nothing wouldn't have happened because they bring in money. And that's all they care about is money. They don't really care about his mental health. And you got all these black retired players or people that's in the media trying to point you dancing around it. You want to say everything else. You want to say everything else but the truth. He wasn't bashing anybody. He just spoke the obvious. That's all he did. Now let's see what else these clowns are saying. Because I didn't even, to be honest, I just saw this pop up, and I didn't pre-listen to this.
That you're at, whether you believe in that or not, and if you choose to go that direction, then good for you. But you cannot say, well, what's contract detrimental to the team? This is a multi-billion-dollar business. If Jonathan Isaac, Luke Ridnour, if those guys are the two most religious guys I've ever seen in my life, and if they can exist in the NBA, you can do more than just exist. You could be an example if you truly believe in Jesus or whoever else you want to believe in. Instead of,
hold on, let me stop there for a minute. If he believes in that, why are you messing with his belief? It's not like he said F these people and said a lot of negative, derogatory things. He didn't say that. He just said, why should we have to celebrate something that's a sin in the Bible and my religion? That's all he said. So, in my personal opinion, I honestly don't think that he should have been let go because of it. Now, if he got on his platform and he said F that, if he called them, if he called them the F words and derogatory terms like that, then I can understand them saying, okay, we gotta. Well, I still don't understand it because I'm old school, but in today's society, you can't do that. So, because that's a form of hate speech. So I can get it from that state. I come from a time where I'm old enough to remember when gay people themselves called themselves the F word. So now all of a sudden it's so offensive. When they was called themselves that themselves. Anybody over 40 or over 45, you know what I'm talking about. You've seen it and heard it back in the day. Now all of a sudden, you can't say nothing against them without it being some type of repercussion. And I just think it's out of pocket. Now, I think Gilbert Arenas, I see something pop up in my thing. I'm looking at it now on my computer. Gilbert Arenas, I think, spoke on it, but it says Gilbert Savage reaction. So hopefully Gilbert said something real. I don't know. But let me try to fast forward this guy because he had Perk on here. I didn't. I'm curious to see what Perk got to say about it. All right, this is Jason Richardson.
speech about anybody.
I think that's where you get into a difficult spot. And he opened up to some of the things that he was struggling with personally. Um, his addiction to pornography. He was talking about his being abused, and these are things that are very vulnerable. And whether it's a cry for help or let people know what he's really dealing with, it sucks that it happens like this as a public figure, and he's a legacy public figure due to his family and his mom and his dad. So he's been under a tremendous amount of spotlight really from his entire life. And those things are heavy. So, I wish him the best. I hope he gets, the peace that he's looking for.
Richard, can we just say something? I'm glad that he got that off his chest. That's not the right platform to do that. How he approached that, stop that. Like, if you really got stuff like that going on.
Oh, what you mean stop that? See, this is what I mean with these raccoons. And this is why I'm glad I don't work for nobody, because I ain't got to worry about this type of stuff. Like, are you kidding me? Like, this is why the black community, some of our people, we are the bottom of the barrel. When it's time to take a stance, we don't do it. People that have influence, this was the time to take a stance, to say, hey, let's say, sake of argument, this man is dealing with some type of mental illness, right? Why not get him some help rather than throwing him away? That can make him spiral out of control to the point where he can harm himself. You ain't looking at it from that point of view. You want to take his livelihood from him because all he said was homosexuality in Pride Month. It should not be. So why do we have to celebrate something that I don't believe in? That's like a Muslim. You telling the Muslim he got to be Christian. He got to celebrate Christianity. Or he got to eat pork bacon when he don't. You know what I'm saying? He or she doesn't. It's wrong. And they always want to quick to go to that. Well, okay, let's take that. Let's take that stance. Let's say he is going through something. Why not try to help him? Like this is why our people are so jacked up, because we tuck our tail when it's time. All these big guys that can really, like the big boys in the league, because the league can't do nothing to him. What are you going to do to LeBron? Nothing. LeBron's a billionaire. You got guys that's untouchable, basically, where these teams ain't trying to lose them. Why don't they speak out? LeBron speak out about everything else. Why not speak out to say, hey, and you can still do it in a respectful way to say, hey, I have nothing against the LGBTQ community. I know we partner with the WNBA, but I think the Bulls did them wrong. That's his opinion. This is what half the league might be Christians or whatever. Like this is how it is. And I think, what I mean? Like no one that has pull and no type of power is trying to help this man. But they talk quickly about, his this is a brotherhood and all this other BS. Because I swore I saw something where his wife wasn't even supporting him or something. I think he has a Caucasian woman. I thought I saw something like that. See, I don't listen. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all, and I told y'all this before. I respect human beings that deserve respect. I don't have to like what you do in the bedroom, and I don't have to respect it. You can never make me respect what you do in the bedroom, because it's what you do in the bedroom. And vice versa. You don't have to respect what I do in the bedroom. So me personally, I would never bow down to that community or try to tiptoe around them, because what I mean, it's corny to me. And I know a lot of people, because I look, it's crazy because I didn't even know that was his mom that was the coach in the WNBA. I mean, not the WNBA, in college, because I had seen her recently in the tournament. I was like, damn, she's fine. And then I found out that's his mama. And most of the WNBA, I mean, it's safe to say 90% of the women are gay. So because his mama is coaching in WNBA, he's supposed to still be on eggshells? No, it's not. Like, I could see if he was out there saying F these, whatever. He wasn't saying that. But hold on, let me see what these people what they got to say.
There are panels, there are places where
reality
it comes across some.
He talked about that's probably it frame of mind, which I don't.
I want to hear what Perk got to say.
To me, from the out to start a podcast with Riverside.
Hold on a second. I want to hear what Perk got to say. I'm just curious to know.
Here's how. The outside looking in that he has taken a deep dive into Christianity and his whoever he believes in as the Most High. And I've been around and I've changed my life over the last 5 to 6 years. Right? Gave my life to God. And when God comes over you.
And let me stop it for a minute, real quick. And you're correct, Trav. He says it's about money. They're afraid to lose money and sponsors. That's what I was saying. They don't care about the person. It's all about that bread. And I saw that he said he was touched as a child. So explore that. If he really was touched as a child and things was going on with him, he's really going to dislike that community because it probably was the same person of the same sex that touched him. And not to mention, it's not natural. It's not natural. If that was the case, then God would make it when men could have babies. You know what I'm saying? And two women could, you know what I mean? So we ain't got to, that's, that community will try to argue down, but the you can't argue with science. You cannot argue with science. It is what it is. So that would make it even worse. That should make it where they could try to help this man. But no. But I guarantee you, if he was a gay basketball player and he came out and spoke out against heterosexual men, he wouldn't get let go. I guarantee you that.
You actually don't look up to nobody but him. And from a place when I watch him, yes, he talked about his struggles. He was very vulnerable. But it was how he felt. Do I agree with it? Absolutely not. Because do I have family members and close and some friends that are, gay? Yes, and I love them. So
here we go. Here we go with the fucking bullshit. I knew it. What does that have to do with anything? See, y'all a bunch of puppets. That's what it is. It's like I can't listen to this fat tongue talk. I know. I'll try to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm cool. I don't even want to hear no more. I'm about to see what Gilbert got to say. It is blowing my mind. But if that's the case, then Perk, then you be gay. Since it's okay. Because your family members is gay. If that's the case, then you give up your fine wife and all of that and get with a man, a big burly man. You know damn well if a man try to get with you will give him a backhand. So cut it out with that. I got people, my family too, that's that way. Do that make it right? No. I still think it's wrong. Just because they're in my family, I'm supposed to just disregard what science is. I'm supposed to disregard what being normal is. I'm supposed to disregard how God made us and what we were supposed to be here for. I'm supposed to just disregard all of that because I got a family member. If that's the case. Let me use this analogy. People got people in their family that smoke crack. So you're supposed to be sympathetic to a crackhead? No. You're supposed to like what they do? No. You try to get them help, and if they don't want to get help, then it is what it is. But they crack me. Let me switch over to Gilbert, man. These damn people irk the hell out of me, man.
Game's about to start.
But I should have known, though. He worked for ESPN, so, a lot of them corporate people that own it, a lot of them are light in the pants. They're a bunch of honey childs. So what can you really expect?
So we're gonna hit this pretty thing. I wanted to talk about it. The whole Jaden Ivey situation.
Oh no. And then
Right, I mean, you dropped the videos, reaction. I'm seeing.
Oh yeah, that was you react.
Ivey posted a series of Instagram live videos recently.
Well, you know what? You got a point there, Cashmere. Cashmere said the ones that black people call coons and sellouts are the ones that came to his defense. But they only did that. They did that. I know who you're referring to. You're referring to Jason Fatlock. He did that because he's a so-called power Christian. That's the only reason why Jason Fatlock basically spoke out. Trust me when I tell you. Because if this basketball player was a Muslim, Jason Fatlock would not speak out like that. He wouldn't. But Yeah, so I don't get blind. I see what you're saying, but it don't take away that he's still a raccoon. He's still a raccoon. Jason Whitlock is still a raccoon. I don't care what nobody say. He will always be that in my eyes. You know, and sometimes raccoons can have good days.
Making some controversial comments by NBA standards. So he was released from the Bulls as a result of that for conduct detrimental to the team.
To the team or the league?
Or the league?
The league.
Team and the league.
Oh, about it. No, what did it say?
It said to the team. He said to the team, and then it became to the league.
Oh yeah, because he was part of the team. Oh, yeah. That's the league.
Conduct.
I don't know what he said. If I just caught one.
Oh no, it doesn't matter, Joe.
He was complaining about Pride Month.
Complaining about Pride Month, called Catholicism a fake religion. That the NBA makes him participate. That's the only one.
All I seen is Steph Curry. He said something about Steph.
You just go like.
That's what I knew he was done.
So this, why?
Seems like something's going on. I mean, why is he telling him he got to turn the live off?
Yeah, because he got kicked out. He couldn't be on the team plane. Yeah, you have to fly home regular.
Yeah, but even the flights on the regular plane, sir.
Yeah, I'm saying, but that's what it was. No, that was on the regular flight. The lady told him to get off his live was after he got kicked off. The team released him. Then you got to go fly commercial, buddy.
Yeah.
So he was in the regular. He was with regular population.
Looked like Delta, perhaps. I don't know. I guess
either way it goes, but
that shit hurt. When you got to fly Delta.
So I don't know what
was his injury.
Shit, like, where did it come from? Like
in the middle seat, yeah.
I don't know. So what I gathered from it was he felt a way about the NBA. He feels a way about the NBA making him participate in Pride. Making him the league, the league. Oh, it's a whole thing. It ain't just the Bulls or
he's a devout Christian. He just became that though.
So whatever it is, it was a thing when you got drafted since you've been in the league. So now you're going to say something about it now, right? And he went on to attack Steph because Steph has this. Everybody knows Steph to be a Christian and believe in this, that, and the third. So he went out his way to call Steph a fake Christian. Said Steph ain't speaking up for
Steph curses. He said.
Yeah, he said.
All right, so let me stop that there. So yeah, you know, Steph Curry, they poster boy in the NBA. So what did he lie about? Where's the lie? If you're supposed to be a real Christian, you would have a serious problem with Pride Month. If you're really a Christian, if you really believe that, it's no different. If you talk to a real Christian preacher, he would tell you that young man did nothing wrong. Talk to Pastor Geno Jennings. What would Pastor Geno Jennings say about Pride Month? It's an abomination. You got these people, these well-paid slaves up in the NBA had a nerve. All that do so had a nerve that want you to stand up and take pride in homosexuality. It's an abomination. Abomination to the church. Abomination to Jesus Christ. Two women ain't supposed to be together. Two men ain't supposed to be. I mean, you already know how he would give it up. So if you are a true Christian, that's what he's saying about Stephen Curry. See, it's all, you know, what Kwame Brown said I have to agree with is to go along to get along. That's all it is at this point. So let's continue. I'm watching it. I'm listening to this. I know I didn't listen to this, so I don't even know what they're gonna say.
So, but he's Christians can't curse. Boy,
He got more into it once he got.
Yeah, he got.
He was just going through something.
Whatever it is, whatever it is, he took the He got himself fired. Yeah. Okay. Listen. This is just for anyone that wants to follow in his footsteps. Right. The NBA is global, so they do a lot of global things. Right. Well, we got breast cancer. Right. We have the Black Lives Matter. So they try to incorporate everyone because everyone is part of this world.
Almost everyone.
Hispanic heritage.
Yeah, but a race of people versus what you do in the bedroom are two different things. I agree with the young man. Why should we have to celebrate Pride Month? That don't even make sense. That's not a race of people. That's not a culture. That's what you do in the bedroom. what are we really talking about here? What you choose to do. If you choose, it's like if you choose to be with another man, that's your choice. Why should it be a something to celebrate? If you choose to be with a woman, if two women choose to eat each other like pizza, cool. That's your business. I just don't understand how they forced it. See, we live in some crazy times, man. We do. And this is why some people don't like the country, don't like our country, because we allow this. In no other country, they don't allow that crap. They put you in jail for stuff like that. They really do. So I miss the old days when people just did what they did and it was their business. They didn't flaunt it. They didn't try to get you to celebrate it. Whatever they did is what they did, and that's fine. You know what I mean? Like, what you do is what you do. But trying to force it on people, I understand it. I understand why the young man frustrated.
You don't personally like it. Ain't got nothing to do with you. It's bigger than you. You know what I mean? So, but
he was going through it though. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. I can get it. You hurt. You where you was. They got rid of you. Now you over here in Chicago.
I said he also did some crazy shit after getting cut.
And been dealing with some.
No, I mean he got no. He said some crazy shit that got him cut.
He got traded.
What happened after that? Is he got traded to Chicago? He got traded
after I got cut. Yeah, ain't in your right mind. Like, he ain't been in his right mind in a long time.
Well, one thing you don't do, brother. Hey,
you gotta let him slide.
No, you leave them alone.
He leave everyone alone.
No, you leave people, but
you mean Steph the Curry's? Yeah, you leave them.
You leave them Curry's alone. Don't mess with them.
Mess with the Curry's, boy.
Them leave them and they alone. They do not play.
Leave them, hey man.
Leave them over there.
They mean business out here. So.
Hell no.
Say anything derogatory.
What did he say that was derogatory? So that's what I mean with the sucker mentality. Kenyon Martin, you can't act like you so hard and you stand up for whatever and you checking people, you doing your thing, right? As a strong man. But now it's y'all tiptoe, you got to leave them alone. Yeah, master, we got to leave them gays alone. I don't want Honey Child Master to come do nothing to me. No, we gotta, yes, a bossa. We have to leave them alone. If they want to celebrate Pride Month and if big 6'5" men want to wear wigs and tell you have to accept it, then hey, that's what we gotta do, master. Like, get out of here, man. Get out of here with that. Like I'm telling you, I really despise our people, man. I really do. Because we are the worst. We are the worst. This is crazy.
Yes, I was lying about it. I said my experience.
I said legalized cocaine or something like that.
Because you was on it. That's different.
Bitch, I was going through it. I wasn't on it. I never been on it.
I know you was going through that bad. You was going through that.
No.
You was going
I
through
was
that bad.
just saying shit. I was mad. That's what happened.
That's what happens when you.
They got in my face. I said, they said something about, marijuana be legal? I said, just legalize every goddamn thing. So, I'm just saying, setting an example.
Okay.
When you're going through it, when you cut on your way home, the plane leaves, you see your plane and your team take off and you're not on it, and you got to find a flight.
You had to
start talking about everybody. Fuck Steph Curry at that point. I'm done. I ain't going home. Where I'm going? I got to go answer. Why you ain't on the plane, son? Answer your girlfriend. You got friends. All
got drafted. Whatever it was. Whatever. Then that now, dude. No.
I don't know, man.
It cost you your job.
I don't know, man.
And because you won't get another.
You can't say
you won't get another.
You can't say it's freedom of speech and then.
You think it's freedom of speech?
No.
Yeah, you can. It's freedom of speech. There's consequences behind it. Yeah. There's consequences. Yeah. Freedom of speech, but I say what the fuck you want to. All you want. But guess what?
Yeah, I'm just saying, like the whole Kyrie
freedom of action,
all the shit that happened with Kyrie, right?
Yeah.
He went against the grain.
Yeah.
He paid the price.
Yeah.
But that was his choice.
Yeah. Everything
we were all given.
There's no such thing as freedom of speech if you're going to basically punish him for the speech, for the free speech. He didn't preach. He didn't put out hate. If he put out hate, then that's a different conversation. But he didn't put that out. He just said, me as a Christian man, and people, whether they Christians or whether they Muslim, just straight people in general, why do they have to celebrate Pride Month in the NBA? That's basically what it said. So you can't turn around and say, and they say, well, it's different. Well, free speech is meaning you can't get locked up for what you say, but it's constant. Okay, yeah, because when you got these private entities, they basically punish you. Well, if that's the case, then it should be in the contract to say, hey, you can't say it should be laid out. I get certain content, certain behaviors you can't do, but all he said was, why do we have to celebrate this? It's a valid question. But see, the NBA cares about what? Sponsorship and money, because they know that they don't want to lose the LGBTQ money over this guy. That's all it was really about. That's all it was about. It's the bread. And I figured these guys are going to tap dance. I'm just trying to go through it and see.
A choice. He took this choice. It was the wrong choice from the standard. Well, you gave me a choice. I chose to do what everyone else chose not to do. I want to go over here, and it's like, hey, wrong choice, motherfucker. now it's this, like, he feels like he could say something about how he feels. No. And he said it. And backlash from saying how you feel comes from being on Twitter. Motherfuckers get on here and say anything they want. Hey man, D-Wade, you ain't never lose. No, you can say what you want.
Oh, I forgot he was tripping too.
I'm just saying, I know it's not the same thing, but it's still speech.
Colin Kaepernick took a knee,
and he said
people was out here losing their.
But he said what he had to say.
Real talk. The alphabet community is not above approach. They're not above criticism, but that's how they making it. They're bullies. That's the truth. If you just want to keep it 1,000% honest, they are bullies. You can't say nothing against us. You can't disagree with us. Oh, that makes you homophobic. Or that makes you, and that's the problem. This is where more black people need to be speaking out. Need to be having this brother back. But see, they so scared to say how they really feel because they are paid clowns. All of them are paid clowns, and they're saying to themselves, "I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna mess my bread up. I ain't gonna mess my shit, man. Look, It's crazy, man."
Colin Kaepernick, he ain't had a job since. This man took a knee because injustice with brown and black people was a real thing out here. And we knew it. We saw it. A real thing.
He made a decision.
And he ain't had a job since.
He made the decision.
And I'm cool with it. Listen, he didn't say nothing. He didn't listen. He made a choice.
He said a lot of shit.
And that's what I'm saying. They should be more outraged about that Colin Kaepernick situation. The man didn't even say nothing, and they blackballed him. That's why I was happy when he sued the NFL and won, because y'all blackballed him because he didn't want to stand for the national anthem, and he told you why, and said what it was and what he was standing up for. So if you don't fit their narrative, and you don't do like they say do, that's when they punish you. And people should have a problem with that, because the NFL is mostly, percentage wise, is more black. NBA more black. So who are the people that's controlling the sports and making these owners billionaires? Black people. But y'all don't. When it's time to stand, you don't stand for nothing. You'll let them do your colleagues dirty. Won't even say a word. It's out of pocket, man. We lost.
I'm making it right. To every action, there's a exact consequence.
Let me fast forward a little bit. Like I knew they all was gonna tap around it and keep tap dancing around it, because what cracks me up is the homosexual community don't try to appease us. They don't try to appease us. They don't try to tap dance around their beliefs, but we got to tap dance around theirs. Okay. Yeah, all right.
Things like that. But these are just
before, you know that weird
your
motherfucker.
guy, right? See, man, it's your guy, right? You respect him, right? Hey, look what he said.
Yeah, I can't watch no more of that. I'm good. I'm straight. I should have known that. Y'all ain't real, man. Y'all ain't real. And I actually felt bad for Kenya Martin when the dude was making fun of, when he had a stuttering problem. And it's like, then you up here, sit here, buck dancing and for the LGBT community. Like, come on, man. I think it's real corny, and I think it's out of pocket. It is what it is with that. It blows my mind. Well, we don't have no unity, and that's just what it is. We have none, and it's a shame. It's a shame, But is what it is. I'm gonna tell y'all what happened yesterday with Steve, right? And I think I'm just about done with him. I'm gonna tell y'all why. Now, he got out the rehab yesterday, so they sent him to this house or whatever that's near where he actually was living at with his grandma. So I thought they had a blackout, but they don't. So what happened is, it's like a boarding house. So he has like a curfew. He got to be back home at 10 o'clock, and he pays rent, whatever. He has a roommate, whatever. Cool. So he had called me from his new number, and he was like, "Yo, what's up?" I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "What, you at the house?" He was like, "No, this is my new cell phone number." He was like, "I'm at my dad's house." So I'm like, "Hold up." So I said, "Hold up. You got out of rehab today. The place you was living at that has all the drinking, the drugs, the women, all the bad influences. You go right back there your first day out." So I said, "Did you talk to your daughter, your grandma?" "Yeah, I talked to him on the phone." I said, "Why didn't you go to their house? It's down the street. It's literally like 8 blocks down the street from where he's staying at." So this mofo had a nerve to say, he called me like 3 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday. I was out with my daughter, right? He gonna say, "Hey, you think you could pick me up at 8 o'clock tonight from my dad's?" And I was like, "No." I said, "How you gonna just volunteer my services like that?" I said, I said, "You got money?" He said, "Yeah, you got your check." I said, "Okay, you caught the bus to go down there. You can catch the bus to get back." Like, I'm not gonna keep rewarding bad behavior. You didn't go see your daughter you ain't seen in months, but you run down to your dad crib to be around a bunch of junkies. Make it make sense. "Oh, I had to come down here and get my clothes." All right, well, if that was the case, you should have went and saw your daughter chilled over there, and you could have asked me, "Hey, tomorrow, hey L," he called me L. Hey L, can you take me down there so I could just grab my clothes and come back up?" If you would have said that, I would have did that for you, to grab your clothes and come right back out. But staying in that same environment, what was the use of going to rehab? What's the use? So it's like, he know what he doing. And then I told him, I said, use your brain. I said, "How much they charge you for that room that you sharing with the boy at the boarding house?" He said, $525 a month. I said, "Listen what you just said. He charged you $525 a month, right? What you call check you get a month is only like $900. So I said, when you was staying with your grandma and your daughter, she was only charging you $250 a month. A house, you ain't got to share it. You ain't got to share no room with nobody. You got food in the refrigerator. You got a nice environment. But now you sleeping in a room with somebody else that you don't even know in a boarding house, and they charge you more than half your check." I said, "Do that make sense?" And the first place you run to is back down in that same environment, because his dad lived off of like 25th and Ridge, the little projects down there. It's like senior PHA houses. It's a bad. It's a real bad neighborhood, and that's all they do. And it's pop a crackhead and he a drunk. So I listen. I was just like, "Look, man, I'm good. I'm not picking you up. I'm not. I did you a favor, bought you the cigarettes right before you got out the rehab. Looked out for you, and I should have known, because when he called me, you could hear in a person's voice when they're about to ask you something. I just can tell. I know him for a long time. At first, he was just talking, whatever, and I was doing all the talking, really asking him questions and stuff. And he kept pausing. And I said, "Yeah," and I said to myself, "He about to ask me something." I just knew it. And sure enough, "Hey L, can you if you can you pick me up?" Like, dog, You already down there. Work your way back up now. So you want me to? Because by 8 o'clock, I would have. It's a weekday. It ain't like it's the weekend. I'm back at the crib. So you want me to leave my crib, drive all the way down Bubblefuck, pick you up, take you all the way back up? Come on, man. You got me fucked up. Like, real talk. He like being close to his habits, man. And it just rubbed me the wrong way because it's like I keep preaching to him, hey, you should be around your daughter more. She's 19 years old. You know, she's not all the way there. She got a little, she's a little slow. She's high functioning and stuff like that, but anybody can just take advantage of her. But you choose to be, and that's why I'm like, and I told him, I said, make me understand your way of thinking right now. Your dad has a 1-bedroom apartment that's infested with low lives, drunks, and crackheads in the building. You sleep on a sofa couch. So hold up. You rather sleep in the living room when you can have your own room at your grandma's crib? It doesn't make sense to me. And you was paying your dad $100 for to sleep on his couch. Now you paying these people $5 something to be in a room with a stranger. I mean, I wash my hands, y'all. I'm sorry. I can't do it. And my pet peeve is people that don't take care of their kids. I got a real problem with that. That really upsets me because kids don't ask to be here, and you burnt your bridges with your grandma because the grandma, she don't want him back. Like she people try talking to her, and she's like sticking to her guns because he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. He wasn't paying the rent, leaving the doors unlocked, like just being reckless. And I'm like, yo, dog, your grandma got to be in her late 70s, and your daughter there, and you could be the man in the house, and you want to f that up because you want to be around your father with beer and crack whores that you occasionally knock off and support their habits. So you give them money to get they sniff, but you ain't giving nothing to your daughter. I can't. Listen, man. I can't do it. I can't. He kept trying. He kept trying to call me last night. I'm like, dog. I told you at 3-4 o'clock I wasn't coming to get you. At 8 o'clock he come calling me. No. I'm like, I'm not picking the phone up. I'm good, dog. Like, I'm done with you. Like my man said, sometimes you gotta love people from afar. Because like listen. And this is third time being in rehab. And I understand that sometimes it takes time to get over alcohol addiction or any other addiction. I get that part. But you got to do your part too. You can't say, okay, you go to rehab. Okay, that's the first good step. But you can't come back out and go into the same environment. That's like a nympho that go get help and treatment for being a nympho. Then as soon as you come out, you go to a strip club. Like it doesn't make sense. It's an oxymoron. And I'm just sitting back like, yo, dog, I'm not inconveniencing myself. I live all the way on the other side of town. What I look like driving all the way back down 24th, 25th and Ridge to pick you up because you being lazy, don't want to get on the bus because he has some clothes. You ain't got that many clothes, so probably enough to fit in the bag. So you put that sucker on your shoulder like Santa Claus do, and you hop your ass on the bus. Or, matter of fact, catch an Uber. You know what I mean? Like, I guarantee y'all, if I was to call his grandma right now, and I'm thinking about doing it, if I was to call her right now, because I ain't talked to her in a while, and I guarantee you, she'd be like, am I? That's how she talk. I don't know what's wrong with your friend. I don't know what's wrong with Stevie. Like, he can't come here. He can visit, but he can't stay. Because even the counselor from the other place called his grandma. I'm trying to talk to her, like trying to get her to go there because going back with his dad don't have no structure. His dad is a piece of trash himself. And I cursed his pop out too. I told him, I said, what type of example are you? I said, okay, you messed up your life. Why don't you try to save your sons? Oh, I'll be telling them. No. You got to kick them out. Don't tell them don't come here. But it is what it is. Let me shout the chat out because I didn't get a chance to. Wilcox, what's going on? Quinn, what's going on? Deep 215. Lux, what's going on, sweetie? G's, what's going on? D, what's up? Queen Shay, info. What's the deal? What's going on, everybody? Terry, Ricky, Q, Mason, what's the deal? Wash, what's the deal? Trav, what's going on? Cashmere, what's the deal? 144, what's going on? Anybody else I missed? My bad. Shout out to everybody that's here. Legend, what's going on? Like I'm just y'all just now coming in. First I was talking about the topic about how they did the boy Jaden. I don't agree with it at all. And then I switched off to with my friend, that got the alcohol addiction, and he just keep running back to the same environment, and then had a nerve to want me to come pick him. Oh no, dog, you got me. I try to be a loyal friend as much as I can, but I got to draw the line when because he a grown man. I can't make a grown man do. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to want it for yourself. You got to say to yourself, "I'm tired of this." But see, he's not tired of it because he likes being around that environment. Because when I talked to his pop, I said, them chicks that live in the building, them little crack whores, I said, they be looking for your son, don't they? And he started laughing. He was like, yeah. I said, yeah, because he be giving them money. And it's a, you know how I go. He give them money, they give him a service, and they keep coming around and wanting to hang around with him. I mean, his pop told me a story when um he came out the room one day and Steve was laying on the couch with a smoker. That's what we call him here in Philly. With a smoker. Like she spent the night. Who lays up? who 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 lays up with a smoker? I'm just uh oh man, Wish, what's going on? Real talk, Wish. He's a Black History. What's the deal? He's a I listen, I have to turn my back on him right now. I have to because I've tried everything to keep him, the best I could, but he's a grown man. How am I gonna tell a 40-something-year-old man how to live his life? I can't. I tried, but what can I really, really, really do if I'm trying to look out for this man and he keeps doing the opposite? I mean, hell, he don't want to do right by his own daughter. So what makes you think he gonna listen to what I gotta say? Like, and I said to him a few times, I said, yo, bro, your daughter needs you, man. You think calling her on the phone when y'all live in the same city is cool? That don't make sense. They live in the same city. And now that you live very close to her, you ain't seen her in 3 months. Might have been longer than that because he wasn't seeing her before he went into rehab. So let's just average it out to 4 months. If you ain't seen your daughter in 4 months, physically laid eyes on her, and you stood out there, waited for the bus, and went down North Philly when you could just walk down the street and see your daughter. So me as a father of two and two grandkids, you think I'm gonna think that's behavior is cool and think I can hang with a dude that's neglecting his daughter? No, I can't. I don't care how long I've known you. I can't do that. Because I had conversation with this boy quite a few times telling him, like, yo, dog, you gotta spend more time with your daughter. Your grandma needs you. Go take the trash out. Nigga, do something productive. Like do something to help them women out. I shouldn't have to go over there and do it. I shouldn't have. You understand what I'm saying? That's not my responsibility. You got some guys out here that are rotten that would try to take advantage of his situation, of his daughter. I would never do that because I remember when she was born. She's still a child. She's a child to me. But you got some guys that wouldn't care and would do that. But you ain't around to see it through because what? Because of what? You want to go down there and be in a poor environment with poor people and women that's only messing with you because they want to get a hit of Ready Rock. Oh man. You can't. I tell you, man. Say no to drugs. Say no to alcohol. Like well, don't become addicted. It's okay if you want to drink. Occasionally drink. Because I know a lot of people that occasionally drink and they fine. They don't. They don't abuse it. Yeah, I ain't that type of dude to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't. Even if, let's say for sake of argument, if his daughter was like like banging, you know what I mean? Like something that you see on porn, I don't care how certain things you just don't do. You don't violate that space. You just don't. You don't do it. But I was telling him that it could be other people that don't care and they'll do it. They'll do it because they savages out here. Yeah, I'm about to go get my house phone. I think I remember this grandma number by heart. I got it in my phone. I'm thinking about calling her, I'm because I think I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think that his grandma think he doing drugs too. Now I don't personally think he doing drugs. I think it's just the alcohol. And the only reason why I say that because one day I tried to be slick, right? I had called his pop and I said to his pop, I said, yo, why you ain't tell me Steve was on crack? And his pop didn't even hesitate. He was like, he ain't on crack. Now, normally he would have been like, if it was true, he would have said, oh, well, I let him talk to you about that. Like just like one time I did the same thing about him knocking off them crack whores. And the pop, said he was. So I don't think he on that. But the fact that you want to be around it, and that's why I think his grandma feel like he's on it because because his grandma used to be she used to work for DHS. She used to be a counselor, whatever she used to do. So she's been around a lot of, and she know her son. I mean, her son is a crackhead. Real talk, 11. He said, "I want him to change more than he want to change himself," and that's you hit the nail on the head. What you just said right there. You hit the nail on the head, and that's my problem. I care too much. That's my problem. I got to be a savage and just say, you know what, F him. Yeah, love him from afar because that just rubbed me the wrong way. Because I'm thinking like, okay, you get out of rehab. I'm thinking he calling me from your grandma's crib. Like, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, hold on. Let me go get my phone. I think I still remember the number. I'm gonna try to call her real quick and see what she say. See what she say. I think I remember the phone number. Yeah, because this is ridiculous. All right. Let's first try dial it regular. Oh yeah, I forgot something going on with her phone. I remember him telling me that. He said something was going on with her phone. Yeah, I think that's the number. Let me try it again. All right, 728. Yeah, I think he said something. She was having problems with the phone or something like that. Boy, let me double check something. And that make it even worse. You know that. Why not go? Like I don't know. It's some people make stupid decisions. Let me see something. I just want to make sure I'm dialing the right number. I knew a couple days ago he had told me something was going on with the phone. In fact, I'm gonna look at my contacts. Hold on one second. I'll be right back, y'all. I'm looking here real quick. All right, I'm back. All right, let me try to call it now.
Hello, calls to this number are being screened by Smart Call Blocker. Please say your name after the tone, then press pound.
Lamont.
Please wait a moment while your call is connected. Hello?
Hey, how you doing, Miss Sheila?
Okay.
How you been?
Okay.
This Lamont.
Oh, hi, Lamont. How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
That's good. How the family doing?
Everybody doing well. How's Noel doing?
She's doing okay. Yeah, we hanging in there.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Has that crazy Steve been past there yet?
No, not yet. I haven't seen him yet. I'm waiting for him to come by.
Yeah, I talked to him. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I talked to him yesterday, and
Okay.
what Miss Sheila? What is wrong? What is wrong with your grandson?
Drug problem, drugs.
You think it's drugs?
It's drugs. It's affected him mentally, you know? And he's been messing with drugs off and on for the last few years.
So it's not just alcohol?
And I would say both. If he can't get drugs, he'll do the alcohol. That's what addicts do.
Okay, yeah, because he always.
I used to work for drug addicts. I worked for DHS, and I was the bad guy. I took people's children away because they were on drugs, so I know all about drugs. Plus, my husband was on drugs. I divorced him. I got rid of him.
Oh, wow.
And then my oldest son got on drugs. I had to put him out. You know, so it runs in the family, alcoholism and drug abuse. So that's Stephen's problem, drug addiction, you know. So he needs to really get himself together if he want to survive.
Yeah, because when I talked to him before, I asked him flat out, I said, Steve, are you on drugs or just alcohol? He swore up and down it was just alcohol. Todd said the same thing, it's just alcohol. And I said, well...
No, Todd's an addict too. He was an addict.
Well, I know that. I definitely know Todd's an addict.
Yeah, and his mother was an addict also, so he didn't have much of a choice, did he?
Yeah.
Both parents were addicts and alcoholics. Dual diagnosed, both of them. And they passed it on to him.
Wow.
What's wrong with him? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, because when he got out the rehab yesterday, he had went to the house that's right there on Roger, Son, and Nor.
Right.
And he had called me, and I said, well, hey, have you been past your grandma's house to see your daughter? And he said, oh, I talked to him. And he was at Todd's. And I said, well, why are you at Todd's? I said, you should, that's your trigger. Being down there is the trigger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so, yeah, I see why you won't let him back in. I
know, listen, drug addiction, alcoholism runs in my family. I guess it's a genetic thing. I don't know. But then again, you got to believe in God and have a strong willpower and get yourself together. You know, it's up to the individual in the end. It's up to the individual. And if you don't have God in your life, you're not going to make it.
Absolutely.
I know it has destroyed a lot of people in this country, the drugs, and overseas too. Drugs is their God. That's why they survive, doing drugs. And that's not what's happening, Lamont. It'll ruin your life and your family's life. So that's his problem, you know.
Wow.
So he's in a halfway house over there on, what's the name of that street?
Yeah, Rising Sun, right near Nor.
Rising Sun, right.
Yeah.
I saw the houses. There's two houses there together.
Yeah, I seen them, two white houses. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I hope he get himself together. I really do. You know, it's really sad. His father was an addict, his mother, so he didn't have much of a chance.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And see, Todd can't do drugs anymore because he's sick as he can be from drugs.
Yeah.
And the mother, she's like a psychopath. She's kind of quiet, toned down a little because she's older now and she has lupus. So that slows her down also. So both of them are sick. His mother and his father are sick. And they can't really help him. So he realized he's on his own because I'm not going to take care of him.
Well, you did all you can, Miss Sheila. I mean, because you were very patient with him, and see, I didn't know all the story. I knew he was into alcohol, but I didn't know about the drugs part.
Is both dual diagnosed. So I've worked with him. I used to work for DHS. You've heard of them, right?
Oh, absolutely.
There you go. I was the bad guy. I was the person who came to your house and took your kids away and had the police with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was real ugly. Real ugly, that job. And the drugs are ugly. Oh boy, I tell you. So all you can do is pray for him. Now, hope he get himself together and stay clean. That's the hardest part, is trying to stay clean.
Yeah.
That's what's going on with him. Now you know the whole story.
Yeah, because I said to him, I said, hey, why you don't go see your daughter, man? Like, just make sure she's okay, and it's
that's true. That is true.
It bothers me that he doesn't do that.
Yeah. And what makes it so bad, her mother was an alcoholic.
Yeah.
They got together and made Noel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Noel, she's against drugs and alcohol too.
Yeah, God bless her.
At a young age because of her mother and her father.
Yeah, but she's doing well though, right?
Oh, she's doing real good. Yeah, she has a learning disability due to her mother's alcohol addiction.
Yeah.
She's special needs, learning disability. But she did well. She did graduate from school, in special ed. And she has a good head on her shoulders, and she knows it's not wise or good to do drugs and booze. She's against that also. So she doesn't have a good relationship with her father or her mother. That's sad.
Yeah, it's very sad.
Yeah, that is sad, Lamont. It really is. Now you know what's wrong with Steve.
Yeah. And to be honest, I can't be around that, Michelle. I understand.
I understand, Lamont. I can't either. You can't come back in here and live again, because I'm done. I'll be 80 years old this year.
Oh wow, God bless you.
I'm done. No, indeed. I'll be 80 this year, so he can't come back in here. He'll have to find a life for himself. He needs to put church in his life.
Yeah.
That's what he needs to do. Yeah.
Wow, I knew it had to have been more to it. Cause I said, like, this drink. I said no, because normally, you were very nice and you were letting them stay. And then he had told me a while back. I said, why your grandma put you out? Oh, because I wasn't paying the rent. I said, well,
that's not even half the problem.
Oh wow,
that's not half the problem. But he know wherever he lives, he's gonna have to pay. He knows that.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna take care of you today, nobody.
And he told me you only charge him like $200 something. So I said, that's not a lot of money.
No, it's not. Not today. Not today. Not today. So he's really on his own now.
Yeah, they charge him $500
too. His mother.
Say it again.
He's very sick. His mother, his biological mother, she has lupus.
Yeah. Linda. I know Linda. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's been on and off drugs all her life.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah, so that's what's happening.
Yeah.
So how's your family doing?
Oh, everybody's doing good. I can't complain too much at all.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. How old is your daughter now?
My oldest will be 31. The 26th of this month. My youngest is 16.
Okay, 31 and 16. Okay, that's good. They're getting up there with a 31-year-old. She's grown now.
Yeah. She's definitely grown. She's
grown. Where does she live?
She's in North Carolina.
Oh, North Carolina. Okay, that's a nice state, North Carolina.
Yeah.
I've been there a couple of times.
Yeah, I like it down there.
It's very nice down there. Yes, it is. Yeah, so now you got the scoop, Lamont. Now you know what's going on.
Yeah. Makes sense of it now.
It's up to him to get himself together. God gave man free will, so it's up to you to use it right.
Yeah, because he know the difference between right and wrong. He know that he shouldn't be doing it,
He certainly does.
Yes.
So we see how he deals his cards this time.
Yeah, because he told me they charged him 500 or something, and I told him, I said, well, you were only supposed to pay two something with your grandma. Now you're paying double, and you sharing a room with someone. Like it doesn't make sense.
Is that what they're charging over there at that house?
Yeah, he said 525.
525. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, just for a room. Yeah.
And you got to share a room with somebody. That's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Well, when you get involved in the drugs and the rules, a lot of people don't want to be bothered with you.
Yeah, you're right.
Average person don't want to be bothered with you if you're messing with that.
Yeah. Because I never knew it was the drugs. I knew it was the alcohol, but I never,
Yeah.
That's why I said something. Said, let me give her a call because I know you'll tell it straight.
I'm glad you did. Now you got to know horse's mouth.
Yeah.
And it's up to him to get off that stuff altogether. That's up to him. Yeah. That's up to him.
Wow.
Well, we'll see what happens.
All right. Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you for letting me know.
Okay. Now you know. Okay.
Right. You have a good one. Happy Easter to you.
Okay. And happy Easter to you and your family.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye now.
Well, y'all heard it from the horse's mouth. Man. Damn. 7-7. What's the deal? None. What's going on, Slim? Well, I knew when I called her, it was going to be a possibility she was going to say it. I was trying to, I was basically trying to hold out hope, but it's obvious that, because I remember when he got out of rehab the second time, the last time, not this one, the time before that, he had a couple checks saved up because his SSI checks or whatever, they don't let you spend it when you in the recovery, the hospital. And I remember this is right before we was watching the Eagles game or whatever, and I went and picked him up, and we went to the little clubhouse we'd be at. And I said to him, I said, I remember him telling me this days prior that he had some money stacked up. So I said, yo, you gonna put some bread towards the food because we all chip in to buy food. And when I picked him up, he was like, oh, I only got the food stamp card. I was like, I can't use a food stamp card to buy hot food. So I was like, what you do with your money? Oh, I spent it. So now it makes sense. You ain't using that ain't you ain't spend $1,800 that fast on this drinking. That's a drug addiction. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a cousin that used to be a crackhead. He been clean now for over 20 something years. And he told me how he used to blow through water like it's nothing. Yeah. I wish he probably picked up some new tricks while in the rehab. Yeah. You said Buddy was already on the way out the league, DMV. He probably was. But still, it don't matter. He still shouldn't have been let go because of his real beliefs. Well, that's why they say always go with your instincts. When your instincts tell you something, believe it. My instincts telling me that it was more than alcohol, but I didn't want to believe that he stooped to that level. I knew, like I said, I told y'all his pop was a crackhead. I knew his mom was a crackhead. So I knew all of that. And I didn't even know until she just told me that her husband was on drugs. And yeah, Michelle, she's smart. You know what I mean? Like she, beautiful lady, man. Good soul. She always been nice to me. Always, been cool. Yeah, so I'm sorry, y'all. I can't fuck with Steve no more. I can't be close with a crackhead. I'm like, not not to say it like that, but I just gotta keep it 1,000. I can't do it. I can't do it. Because that's wow. Meek, what's the deal, bro? What's popping? What's going on? What's the deal? I'm looking forward to the NCAA the Final Four this weekend. I'm definitely looking forward to that. I gotta find something to do Saturday though. It's gonna be another nice day. Today got a little chilly and rainy out that joint. And yesterday was like 82 degrees. Yeah, I gotta do what I gotta do because like like I said, he never stole from, he never done nothing. You know what I'm saying? But you heard what his grandma said. Like the man don't even see his own daughter. I can't. How can I, as a man that has 2 children and 2 grandchildren, how can I be cool with somebody that don't want to be in a child life? You choosing the bottle or crack rather than your own child. Because that's what Steve would say to me. Oh, my grandma tripping. She talking about drugs, and I ain't on no drugs, and it's just alcohol. But she talk about drugs, and I started to get her to elaborate more. When she was like, "You don't know the half," but I didn't even want to know. I didn't even want to know. That's why I said no. I'm just gonna leave it alone because and you heard what she said. Oh, I hope he comes past. The man don't even. uh You said what's going on with Jalen Hurts and the Eagles? I don't know. I've been seeing all these reports, man. To be honest with you, I'm so tired of them talking about anonymous sources. Like, stop being a coward and just say who it is. Just come out and say it. Real talk. You know what I mean? So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Yeah. Well, the thing about it, he wasn't clowning. The NBA player Jaden, he wasn't clowning. He basically said, "Us in the NBA, why do we have to celebrate Pride Month?" And I'm a devout Christian, and it basically is disrespectful to his religion. That's what he was saying. And then when he said about Steph Curry, I got what he was trying to say. He was basically saying that Steph Curry a fake Muslim. I'm not Muslim, a fake Christian. And try to act like he's so like this good guy image, but behind the scenes, But I could have basically told you that. I could have been told you that. But yeah, them doing that, it is what it is. He'll be fine. Now, he'll have to get help for what happened to him when he said, he was molested. I don't know if a family member did it or whatever, because where was his mom and dad when this type of stuff was going on? You got to ask yourself that question. Because your job as a parent is to protect your children the best way you can, especially when they're young. When they grown, there's nothing you can kind of do. But when they're young and under your roof, you got to be present. Yeah, of course. That's what they're doing, Cashmere, and I think that's corny. Now they talking about they're gonna portray him as crazy. And no name saying they wonder why they're just like, yeah, because they can say what they want to say to us, but we can't. What I mean, it blows my mind. That's why I don't. Man, this. But yeah, those people of power that's black, they're not going to speak up. They're not. And I'm talking about the ones that already got generational wealth. So there's nothing you can do to them. Nothing you can do to them. They're not going to speak up because every man for themselves at this point, and that's basically what it is. It's basically what it is, and I think that it's nutty, and them as men, it gotta make you mad that you gotta curve what you say to appease these sponsors. You gotta curve what you say to appease the job you're working on, the corporation. You know what I'm saying? You can't be yourself. You can't be yourself. because you need the money. You don't have the right complexion for the connection. And that's why I was so big when Afro Man won his case for America, because those cops were trying to do him dirty for freedom of speech and keeping it real. So it was more than a black-white thing. It was more of an American thing. It was a big thing because a lot of times he wouldn't have won that. If he would have won in there, like I told y'all before, if Afro Man would have won in there talking about race, he would have lost. But when he went in there and put it as the American and had the American that ugly suit he had on, that's why he won. And whether you white, black, Hispanic, whatever your race is, most people don't agree with homosexuality. The real ones. And it doesn't mean that it's coming from a hateful place. It doesn't mean that a person is discriminating on you. It doesn't mean that. It means that the way God or whoever, whether you believe in God or not, whoever made us or how we made is from a man and a woman. That's you can't argue science. Just like when some of the Transformers try to argue with women to say that they're women. You're not. You could never be a woman. If you wasn't born with a poom poom in between your legs, you're not a woman. It doesn't matter if you get it taken off and get a doctor in Mexico or something to make you a Play-Doh coochie. It doesn't matter. You still a dude. And they talking they talking out of term. These people are basically have taken over. Let's just keep it real. Let's call a spade a spade. I used the same analogy before. Go to your job and wear a shirt that say I'm straight and I'm proud. I guarantee you, like say, you know how some jobs have dress down Fridays or something. I guarantee you somebody will say something. Somebody in management will say something to you, especially if someone in management is a fudge packer. Oh yeah, they're gonna say something. But let you come there with a rainbow shirt or pride. Come on. That's not right. That's not right at all. And I worked at jobs in the past where guys that were flamboyant gays got away with murder. They got away with stuff that you should have been fired for, but because of them participating in the Hershey Highway, they're able to do what they want to do. And I mean, it's wild to me, man. It's real out of pocket. Like I saw a video pop up on Instagram. It was this gay guy in the store, older black guy, tall guy, and he was talking trash, and he picked the guy up and threw him against the wall. Oh, it was so satisfying. And it was crazy. The little flame kept his hand on his phone, or he never dropped the phone. Because he threatened the old head guy, and old head grabbed him. I don't know if y'all seen that video, and he took him across the thing, and it was like a partition there or something, and ran him there with his back. You heard it go, oof. I said, I know his back's sore. And I don't know if y'all saw my video yesterday. Not yesterday, earlier this morning I put out with the guy in Texas area, over there in Houston area. Older black man, I think he was 71, that pulled out the machete and over the road rage incident. And I'm like, you know, you in your 70s, dog. Like who goes to jail in their 70s? You know, he better hope he get a slap on the wrist. He better hope he get a slap on the wrist for that. Because that could have ended real bad. For real. Mason said flame like D Prince, Shannon Sharp stylist. It's the truth. It's the honest to God truth. They are protected. The gay community is protected more than any people on the planet. That's the truth. They're protected more than black people. Anybody. They have more rights than anybody, all because of a sexual preference. You can't make this stuff up. What y'all think about the astronauts flying? They're supposed to be flying around the moon, and I'm gonna tell y'all this. In my opinion, we never been to the moon in the get go. That was a fake. Because if you listen to what they were saying, oh yeah, they're gonna go around the moon, and maybe in a few more years we'll be able to land back on the moon, land on the moon. And hold up, we have way better technology now than we had in the '60s. So you mean to tell me it's so hard to land on the moon now, but they did it back then and made it back? Yeah, okay. And and them astronauts, they be inside these little small ass capsules. You got to go to the bathroom on yourself and all this crazy stuff. And who signs up for that? What kind of man? What kind of man or woman signs up for that? How long are they supposed to be up there in orbit? I think like 2 weeks or something like that. Ain't no way in the world. 'Cause they said the capsule that they in is 5 of them. It's like the size of 2 minivans put together. It's not a lot of space. Man. Well, that's what they were saying before, Mason. They were saying that when they landed on the moon back in the day, the aliens told them don't ever come back. That's I mean, if they really did land, I wouldn't be surprised by that. But if that was the case, why even fly up there and try to circle around the moon? You dig what I'm saying? Like, I don't think we've been there. I don't know. I don't think we was ever there. I mean, we got rovers on Mars. We got all these, and I get that human travel going to Mars is something, because it takes like a year to get there. So I understand that part of it. But the moon, come on now. And I ain't saying it like it's just so easy, but with the technology that we have, you want me to believe that they went there in the '60s and they can't do it now? Yeah, I've seen that. But that's what they said. They said, well, they shot a fake one just in case, but they really went to the moon. Get out of here. You ain't go to no damn moon. I gotta check it, Cashmere. Because sometimes stuff be popping up on my thing and I don't like click on it. I might see it, but don't click on it. So I gotta check it. Oh, I would love that, no name. I would love for that to happen. That ain't gonna happen though. But I would love that. I would love that. But hopefully, wherever the astronauts are at, hopefully they get back safely because you have to be. You really have to be. You gotta be wired a certain way to be an astronaut. To go up in space and that's I don't know. Now they said once they get up there, supposedly they lose communication or something they were saying. But with the technology we have, where's the footage? I want to see the footage of them in space because they had it in the '60s. So why we don't have it now? It's wild. It's wild. It's real, real, real. Yeah, because I would have swore I saw um one astronaut said they didn't go, or they changed. I don't know. They ain't gonna really tell you the truth. My man said if the gays got sent to the moon, it'll turn brown. Yo, you out of pocket. You said it would turn brown, huh? Man. Yeah, but I can't stand when people do that. Oh, I got family members. What did that have to do with anything? I have family members that. Yeah, okay. You said the world is a stage. Yeah. Well, they also have a theory that aliens made us and that we basically like a simulation, like a game to them. It's a lot of different scenarios that they have. I try not to watch too much of that stuff. That stuff kind of make me think like, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Who knows? But yeah, that's wild. But I honestly would not be surprised. I wouldn't. We can honestly be in something like the Matrix, something similar to it. Because why wouldn't you think? Why wouldn't you at least give it a thought? Because you listen to the story they say about the Bible, and you listen to the story about Jesus and God, and it gives you free will. But then it's like, and we talked about this before, and I'm not gonna go too deep in it because I know people get upset with religion and stuff like that. And I ain't knocking nobody religion. If you want to believe whatever you believe, that's cool. I'm all if that what makes you live life, then I'm all for it. I just always look at it from different points of view. It can be true. The God story can be true. It also could be false. It can be that we were made from another civilization that might not be how they view it as God. I don't know. Like life is hard to understand. We just hope that we wake up in the morning and live as long as we can, and then it is what it is. It could be a simulation game. I don't know. I have no idea. You ask me, do I think God is real? Sometimes I think he's not. To be honest with you, if you want me to be 100% honest, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Sometimes I struggle with it. When it comes to religion, I'm bisexual. I be on both sides of the coin. One minute I think that there's a God, the other minute I think it's not. So I really don't know. I really don't know. Do I believe the Jesus story? Absolutely not. I don't believe. I don't. I don't. But I do know it takes a man and a woman to make a baby. We do know that. That's how you procreate. We do know that. So even if it ain't a God, you're still supposed to be with the opposite sex. I mean, let's just keep it 1,000. But you know, whatever floats your boat. That's what you want to do. Cool. You go right ahead. I just keep that 1,000% honest. You said the Bible says man's supposed to be a leader, not a woman. Yeah, everything is up to interpretation, which you consider, how you want to live your life. I mean, most women say they want a man to lead and protect and provide, correct? So maybe it might be some truth to it. I don't know. I think a man should be a leader. But I also believe in companionship. I believe that a woman could be just as important because you need a woman. You said, "What we cooking for Easter?" I have no idea. I'm thinking about doing some beef ribs. I'm thinking about it. Some beef ribs, some mac and cheese, and some greens, and maybe a small ham. My daughter liked the ham. I don't really care for the ham, but I'm thinking about having something like that. You say universal law. Like I said, none of us will really know. We will really know what's really going on. But yeah, I'm gonna go to the butcher tomorrow, grab me some fresh beef ribs with the big bone, and I'm gonna take my time and marinate them, and I'm gonna cook them nice and slow, so they fall off the bone. Fall off. I mean, I'm talking about like fall off the bone. Yeah, I'm gonna hook them suckers up. Nah, not this time. 1-4. Not this time. I ain't gonna do the scalloped potato this time. Yeah, I'm gonna make a 5-cheese mac and cheese, some good collard greens with the turkey up in it, some beef ribs, some dinner rolls, and a glaze honey ham. Yeah, I'm gonna make it real easy. I'm not even going to complicate it. You said I ain't witnessed no miracles. I ain't gonna say. I mean, there's certain things you can say is a miracle. There's certain things you can say that it was used at the right place at the right time. I don't know, because if that's the case, what about people that's losing kids when they're young? And I ain't talking about to no violence. I'm talking about the cancer and different things. People that's experience super crazy heartache. So this is why I don't know about all that. You said, what about the dessert? Um, you know what? Yeah, thanks for reminding me. I might go over the I might go over the juniors. Might go over the juniors. Hello, hello. One more time. Hello. Oh wow. Jay, what's the deal, bro? Well, I don't believe in heaven and hell. I honestly think that's some made up BS in my opinion. Do I think it's a possibility of being a spiritual world? Yes. Do you know what I mean? Yes, but I don't I don't think that it's the way the Bible was written, because who wrote the Bible? So that's another thing too. If man wrote the Bible, how can we know it's true? It's another human being like you that just lived, way before your time. So how do we, you know what I'm saying? Like, people never really question that part. It ain't like the Bible fell from the sky, that it's a sacred book that no one, someone had to write it. So you basically living from what another human being told you how to live. Who gave them the juice? You just got to play devil's advocate sometimes. And again, believe what you want to believe. If it makes you good, cool. You love going to church and you love giving your money to the pastor, and you say hallelujah and you clap and get the fake Holy Ghost, then cool. If that works for you, fine. I don't go by the Bible, so I don't give a fuck what the Bible say. To be honest with you, if you just want to I don't go by that. If a man wrote the Bible, that was a long time ago. So 9 times out of 10, it was a racist man that wrote that Bible, because they wasn't banging with black people. So I'm supposed to take no mind. We ain't got to get in all that. If you believe in the Bible, then you tote your Bible. I believe in what's in front of me and in reality. And I believe in good energy. I don't believe in karma because if karma was real, then white folks would have got their karma for the bad things they've done. And I ain't talking about regular white folks right now. I'm talking about people that have done bad things back then and nothing happened to them. Shit's still going on now with white supremacy and people being biased and giving black people harsher jail sentences because of their skin color. The lady that lied on Emmett Till, she lived till she was how long? Nothing happened to her. Nothing happened to George Zimmerman, and the list goes on and on and on. So I don't nah. Hey man, I believe I got a big dick for bitches. That's what I believe. Okay, you worried about saying I believe recipes, but not the Bible. I mean, but like even with again, this is where holy people irk the hell out of me because you try to tell me what I should do with my life. If you got it all figured out, then tell me the answer or why your life fucked up. Let's just keep it 1,000. You don't know no more than I know. And you can read the Bible from front to back. It don't mean a damn thing. Nah, shut up. All that damn noise. Yeah, I had an out of body experience when I had a threesome a long time ago, and I couldn't believe I had two women sucking on my Johnson at the same time, and I had a out of body experience then. I said, "Oh, oh," and I think I went to the heaven and the stars because that feeling of a person licking your gooch and sucking the head at the same time is a great feeling. So I think I really did have an out of body experience then. Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, I said, oh, I couldn't believe. I think I saw stars and green clovers, and yeah, I think I seen all types of stuff when that happened. But I couldn't believe. I could not believe what was happening. I saw the moon, the stars, the mansion, and you know how I go. Last night, I was inside of you. Yeah, that's when I had a out of body experience. I'm making love to you. Yeah. Oh man. Like, I think I'm joking. I'm dead serious. Yeah, he asked me if I have an out of body experience. I sure did. At that particular time, man, I couldn't believe it. And to be honest, that was the time that I called out to God. You know, I really did. So God. Yeah. You said it's good and evil. You choose to side. I choose good. What are you talking about? I never chose evil. I don't choose. Yeah, I'll be right back. What's that? Not coming out, buddy. It's chilly out here. It's crazy how it was just. Wow, God damn. Shut up, Nas. Damn. Ooh, it's chilly out here. Damn. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Wasn't like you got a fat ass. Damn. It's chilly, y'all. It is chilly. Oh, man, I feel like winter again. Turn this damn heat up. DJ, what's the deal, bro? Oh, you said, how about Brandy saying she was taking advantage by the guy Wanye? I mean, why now? You know what I mean? Like, I'm so sick of women coming out speaking on stuff that happened a long time ago. If it happened back then, you should have said something back then. And I ain't condoning nobody messing with no underage people, because we don't know if it's just because she said it don't mean it's true. She said she was 16, he was 22. That's wrong. If that's the case. Turn the corner, dude. What are you? Damn, he's just sitting there looking stupid. Like, that don't so far as how I feel about it, I wouldn't care. I'm not biased. It's not like I'm a big Boys the Men fan. I'm not a big Brandy fan, The Men fan. Not saying they wasn't thorough, but I just I was just not big on them like that. So hopefully I mean, cause I mean, like, why talk about it now? Like, what are you gonna try to get done? Brandy was a little, from my point of view, I think Brandy was a little fast. Was doing her thing, and she having some regrets of her giving out um that box. That's what I just personally think. It's like she lied when Sean said that he was with her when she was with Mace. He didn't know she was with Mace. Like, he ain't had no reason to lie. Like, she ain't even built like that. Like, for somebody to be lying on her. So originally, when I heard about it, to be honest, I was just like, I didn't care. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. I didn't care. Randy, 47 years old. Why now bringing this up? It basically had, they had something, and that's what it was. It's like they were saying the stuff with Jay-Z and Beyonce, but they said Beyonce was legal. She was young, but she was legal. So, it's crazy that, us in the black community, we always quick to try to bring people down with that, but they don't really talk. See, people pick and choose again. It's all about picking and choosing. Because Woody Allen was knocking off underage. Elvis Presley. I'm all for victims. If it happened, Don't wait till the statute of limitation is over with to want to speak on it, where nothing can really happen. And then, especially if you have an opportunity to do something, you still don't do it, like the stuff with Hassan and B Stinger. Same thing. Like they had an opportunity to take him to court and not put him in jail because it was past the statute of limitation, but he can pay for it. A lot. It's not even about the money. It's about proving that other victims can come out and be successful. And they didn't want to do it because they were lying. Like they participated willingly and was of age. Because if you got an opportunity, hold on one second. Yeah, back. Hey, how you doing? Let me see if I got some change. So that way you're gonna. You know what? Yeah. Hey. Well, they probably they might have lied on Bam. You do the same. Thank you. They might have lied on Bam, but I think where it says smoke is fire with the other stuff that he was doing. Hey, say it again. Oh yeah, gotcha. You know what I'm saying? Like because something ain't. You had too many other people coming out saying the same thing. So I do think that he might have. I do think that he might have done some of them things they said, but with them, I definitely think some stuff was. I think it was absolutely consensual, and they were of age because when they had that opportunity, like what was it? You know what I'm saying? When they really had the opportunity to prove it in court, and that was to stand up for the other victims. Because if y'all can remember, Hassan kept saying, "Oh, I don't want Bam's money." Okay, well, it's not about the money. It's about proving that what you were saying was true, and other people can say, "Hey, he stood up for us as real survivors and stuff like that." And that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case at all. It basically was all about um, getting clout off the whole situation because they were mad at him for whatever reason. You know, That's all it was. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Yeah, there's no way in the damn. There's no way in the world. And y'all know basically what that was. To be honest, they had gay remorse. That's all that was. They was mad at him, and it was gay remorse. It's almost like um, when you do something that you regret. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, let's say you get with a woman that's real ugly or something. You feel like, oh, or even if a woman she cheated on her man and she feel remorseful afterwards. That's basically what that was. Yeah. Oh shit! Is this? They got a security guard out here at this store. He over there coughing like crazy, like he's smoking weed, and he got a gun on his hip. Like they just give anybody gun to do security nowadays. I heard him on the phone talking about some fuck them kids and all this other stuff. Like that type of time. Thank you. Have a good one. Like they just hire anybody. That's wild. Lady, get out. What are you, oh my god, man. People will you effing drive? Damn. How hard is it? Put your signal on, you get out there and go. It's some nasty ass weather though. It's chilly and rainy. Oh, this person is really irking the hell out of me, yo. But yeah, so that's what that is, man. So at the end of the day, you just got to get in where you fit in at. The best thing to do. It's heat down now, so it's hot now. But yeah, we know we gone, y'all. Like this how everything is set up now. It's definitely a wrap. So yeah, make sure y'all pound that like button, man. You gotta pound the like for me. And hopefully YouTube will start pushing my videos in the algorithm. I think when you change your category on your channel, it takes a while to upload. I mean, not to update. But I'm at this point I ain't surprised. That's just how YouTube do. That's how excuse me. That's how they do. I mean, place pull over real quick. There we go. Pull over right here. Oh, you like the new job at Bullcock so far? Applebee's treating you good. Do they give y'all employee like discount on the food? I remember my first job at Pizza Hut back in the day. It was one free meal. Yeah, back then it was only like you could either get one personal pan pizza. I think that's all they really wanted to give you. I don't think they was giving you like you couldn't get no wings with it. But we did it anyway. Like when the head boss wasn't, when the general manager wasn't there, we used to do it. Our shift supervisor used to let us do it. So yeah, I'm curious to know if they look out for you. Oh, they do? Oh, okay. I mean, that's the least they can do. They ain't paying y'all shit, so the least they can do is give you some free food. Hey, who knows, Will Cox? You might lose your virginity at Applebee's. You might meet a coworker and be able to take it down after work. That'll be good for you, bro. Bust a good nut. You deserve it. Oh, they only give you a discount. Oh yeah. Oh, you say your discount on the chicken Alfredo was $2. Damn, so they only give you at least a free meal. Like they these places out of pocket, yo. At least they could do. They'll give you a free meal. Even if you chose something off of a small, because the meals don't be that expensive anyway. No Name said he better wear his uniform on his day off. You gotta. Oh man, how you gonna do Will Cox like that? That's how it be sometimes when you get a. Well, that ain't your first job, but when you get your first job, you know you be kind of you be happy. Even when I got my first security job back in the day, I was all happy to wear my uniform until a real cop pulled my ass over. Never forget that. I was doing overnight security out Willow Grove. I'm riding down Oyer Road, the good part of Oyer Road. Back in the day, I had the uniform. I even had the hat on and everything. Cop pulled my ass right over. He didn't care nothing about that security uniform. Yeah. Finally, 23. Finally. But they ain't it still ain't pushing none of my videos in the algorithm at all. Like none. At all. They got hot as hell in this car. Quick. Oh yeah, they play a crazy game. You gotta go through a whole lot. I ain't doing all that. Like I'm gonna keep being the same way I was being. If it get pushed, it don't it don't. Did y'all see that supposedly Donald Trump said he want Erica Kirk to, he encouraged her to sue Drewski? Is that true or that was some AI shit? Yeah, real talk, Jay. The society is soft, man. That's why they did that to them, because they only care about their corporate sponsors, and that's all that's about. Yeah, that is true. Hey, they show, like I said, you don't know nowadays. You just don't know what is real. But it showed Donald Trump saying that she should sue him, but I don't know if he really said it or it's AI or whatever. It's probably fake, but you just never know, because I still don't even know if that's her that really responded to Drewski. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people saying it is, some people saying it's not. So I honestly couldn't tell you. You ain't never lied. AI real dangerous. You just don't know what you're looking at nowadays. Oh, you haven't seen that video yet? Yeah, Shorty was out of pocket, and she tried to justify it. Talking about something. Oh, it was an innocent kiss. I got caught up in the moment. You know, caught up in the moment. You knew exactly what you was doing, and you did it. And you gonna brag. You gonna brag and um, tell all your girlfriends, look, I kissed Chris Brown. See, the husband, he could have flipped it. They clown him. He could have said, well, Chris Brown know what my dick tastes like. He could have easily said that. He said, do I think Drewski is gay? I never gave it no thought, to be honest with you. What makes you say that? Because he got blonde in his hair? That never crossed my mind. Well, what's up, Yellow? It ain't this. I see what you're saying, Jay. But it ain't I'm not gonna understand why you say marriage is overrated, but not all women are loose like that, like Shorty was. But I can understand why you would say it. You say he was doing that skit a little too good. I don't know, man. You know, like, I never really looked into his sexual preference. I mean, would I be surprised? No, I'm not. Nothing surprised me nowadays. But I don't think he a full-fledged Packer. But y'all might know more than I do. You might know way more than what I do. That's what they say. Like, to get big out there, you gotta. Who knows? I'm just gonna go to say no. But you best believe if he is, it will come out. Somebody will, you know how that go when you do well, people will find a reason to try to bring you back down. So Shay says he's fruity. Why you say that, Shay? Like you would know more than me. I don't watch him like that to know. Or maybe you as a woman, you see something that I can't spot. Now the color of the hair, that was a style back in the 90s. Niggas used to put blonde in their hair, not now, but I thought maybe he doing that that's a part of his act. I don't know. But guess what? Let's say he is a fudge packer. I still like his skits. Man, gas 420. Man, regular 423. Wow. 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 That's all I can say is wow. I know you ain't gonna let me turn. It's cool. People are so selfish, boy. they don't want to slow down just for a half of a second to let you turn. They just want to keep flying. That's why I don't let nobody turn no more. I'm trying to be nice. I knew he was gonna run the light. Come on, man. You acting like you. Goddamn Spanish people, man. I love some of y'all, but some of y'all irk the hell out of me, man. Some of y'all be doing too much. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, non-sad situation. You must be catching up on some of the playback or whatever. Yeah, sad situation, man. Well, it is what it is. I ain't gonna lose no sleep over it. I'll tell you that. I will not lose any sleep over it. I'll be a fool to do that. I definitely will be a fool. I left him in the house, didn't I? I sure did. I know I did. Yep, my damn ticket. You said what's the best cheesesteak spots in the city? Alessandro's is real good. Larry's is good. It depends, man. I ain't been to some of these spots in a while, so it's hard to really say. I wouldn't go to the poppy stores though. I wouldn't do that. I tell you that poppy store cheesesteak, that's a bunch of bullshit. Oh, okay. I keep winning on these scratch offs. All right. So, give me 2 of these joints. Power. So pick 3. 619. We're gonna go. Oh no. Super straight. Yeah, it's chilly today. Definitely chilly today. It was 80 yesterday, chilly today. It's gonna be back to the 70s tomorrow. Yeah, we got, like I said, we got a few spots in the city. But yeah, Delisandro's, I would say that's one of the spots to definitely try out. He says hot as hell, South Carolina. I bet it is. Yeah, so yeah, I'm coming down your neck of the woods in May. Yeah, I'm going down to Myrtle Beach. Yeah, I'm coming down there. Yeah, I fucks with Myrtle Beach. I like it down there. That's my spot. It ain't bad. Hell, I want be having a good time every time I go down there. You said it's good barbecue. Where at? Yeah, I got my grass cut yesterday. Matter of fact, grass guy came and cut it. Cut it yesterday. New guy I hired came out pretty nice. Now it's all cold today. He's supposed to cut it today, but that's why I guess he knew it was gonna rain. He was like, "Let me get that money up out of him." Yeah, I know. When I be in regular North Carolina, when I go to um I think it's in Wilmington, a place called Casey's. I like messing with them. Yeah, weather definitely bisexual because it's like that today here. It was 82 yesterday. Now we at my car is saying it's 50 degrees. You just don't know. Hopefully, when I come down here in May, the weather be. I know it's gonna be nice, but hopefully, be hot enough to go swimming outside. If not, they got the indoor pool, so I'll be good either way. trying to figure out where to go for lunch on Mother's Day down there. Gotta look up quite a few of them spots. Somebody got the big ass Easter bunny balloon out in front of your house. They love celebrating the holidays. Yeah, but tomorrow's gonna get back nice again. But today definitely was a shock to everybody's system because everybody had on shorts. I didn't because I watched the extended forecast, so I already knew what time it was. And people, they wait till it get real nice and they dumbasses go to the car wash. And I'm like, watch the weather, dummies. Gonna rain tonight. It rained last night. I was riding past watching all them people in them car wash wasting money. Car wash people, they of course they want you to come. They don't want you watching the news. They say Alabama is one of the top poor states. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. I've been hearing that. So damn, the money we spend up here, you probably could live like a king down in Alabama. Yeah, you got to already be like being a part of that life, like used to being, slower tempo and not a lot of stuff around and stuff like that. You got to kind of be like used to that because it'll be a culture shock from somebody that's just coming from the city to go live down there. Like I was watching Lottery Changed My Life the other night, and they had black family that won $1 million, and they was moving to Rocky Mount, North Carolina. It's like a small little town. And you get more for your buck down there, but the problem is it's like it's a small town. But you definitely do get more for your buck compared to other places in the state, in other places, period. Yeah. And I don't know why I don't know why they have it like that. That shit do be out of pocket. Uh, You said what happened? You say you just saw Max B in GNC. You just remind me I gotta re-up on my vitamins. I'll probably go tomorrow. I took them for the day. I gotta go get my multivitamin today from tomorrow from GNC. When you saw him in there, Darren, did you speak to him? Yeah, that's that mentality, bro, Jay. You know, when if you're in a small town or a place where like it's not a lot of money. If you down there and you have something that's a little bit more than them, it's almost like it's the crabs in the barrel nature for them to hate, and it's a shame that it's like that, but that's how it go. That's why a lot of times too you can't let people know, can't let the left know what the right doing, or sometimes you don't even gotta let them know if they just see you doing better, that they hate. That's a messed up way of thinking. If some of our people think that way, rather than trying to figure out what that person doing to get them where they at, to try to get so you can get at that level. They're basically want to hate on you or take what you have. That's that's real unfortunate. Hey, see the photo in force, dummy. That Joe gonna snap that picture, get that license plate. Yeah, I got family in Tennessee. Yeah, so I can't do the country. It's good to visit, but that's it. Living down there, nah, I couldn't do it. I ain't got no problem with visiting though, because down in the country, I mean, basically all you gonna do is have sex and eat. And they got the good food down there. I got the good old food, but ain't really nothing to do but that. He said it was more opportunity down there, Samuels. You told him good luck. Yeah, you know. I mean, no disrespect to them areas. I mean, you live where you live. That's all you know is the slow pace. Then that's all you know. I know for me, I couldn't do it. I don't mind quiet, but I just don't like it. Like when you gotta drive far to go to the store, or your highlighted store in them country places, Dollar General. Like that, I noticed in them rural areas and them little country spots, Dollar General is like that's like that's y'all shit. Dollar General, either Dollar General or Family Dollar, one of the two. So you just got to drive too far for a store, and it's like, man, I'm good. I like having the option of multiple markets to get to, and I don't have to go far to get to multiple different markets. Down there, they might only have like Piggly Wiggly, Food Lion, Walmart. Walmart be their main joint. Like I go to Walmart if I feel like it, not because I have to. And the reason why you get more, the reason why the cost of living is low, houses are cheaper because they're not paying nobody no money. So that's why they have it set like that. He said, or McDonald's on a Friday night. Yeah, like McDonald's, we can go to McDonald's at any given time. But, down there, that might be a treat. Oh, so. Come the cops. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, he had his lights on haul ass and I had to get out of his way. I don't need no more run-ins with them. No more run-ins. Shay, you said you ain't messing with McDonald's no more. What they do to you, Shay? They fucked you up. 23 said they get dressed up to go to McDonald's. And they do be country as hell. Shit, the thing from McDonald's I like, to be honest with you, is that double quarter pounder. That motherfucker good. That's something from McDonald's I do like. That's about the only thing I get from there. That and the fries. That's it. I don't. I used to like the nuggets. I don't really care for them like that. But yeah, that. They going to an accident. Yeah, you all hyped. This accident is over with. Man, they got the fire truck out here. Not even an accident. It's like somebody came out that little building. You said is the meat real? I mean, I guess. I mean, I would. It tastes good to me. My man said ain't none of it real. Shit, you might be right. My favorite burger spot is Shake Shack. And Shake Shack got a good burger. And they got a real good burger. They John be on point. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, Shay. I understand. I understand. Some of the hot chicken spots be good. Some of them joints be on point. Like we got one called Dave's Hot Chicken here. Dave's hot chicken. All right, I get the joint medium. I don't get it too spicy. That and they got the little sauce. I don't know if they had where y'all at. Of course, it's designed like that for a reason. You already know. But realistically too, a lot of people ain't gonna just eat salads all day, and unless you like real disciplined. You know what I mean? Like most people, they're gonna eat red meat. They're gonna eat turkey. They're gonna eat chicken. Just about the moderations of it, and you know, try to drink a lot of water, and that water is important. That's one thing I don't compromise on is that water. I drink that water. So I got bottles sitting here right now as I'm driving. Yeah, you wouldn't run in front of me right away. I know you would do that. You say even water they be playing with. Yeah, well, I guess it depends on where you at, where you get it from too. Best way to you see I'm turning. I'm try to walk. I mean, to be honest with you, at the end of the day, when it's your time, it's your time. You know what I mean? Gotta live life the best way you can live it. The best way you can live it, because one minute they say this good for you, then they say that's not good for you. They say this good. You know what I'm saying? It's a constant. It's a constant battle with what's good, what's not. Ooh, man. You always gotta wait. I knew he was gonna run that light. I knew that. Yeah, I drink that Deer Park. That's my joint. Either that or they don't have the Deer Park. I get the Polish. Polish or Deer Park. Cause some of them other waters be having aftertaste to them. They got like a funny little taste. I can't get down with that. Aftertaste ain't good. Yeah, yeah. You said hot dog water is the best, huh? You tripping? Oh man, I wonder what hot dog sweaty neck been up to. I wonder what he been up to. In the wrong lane. Get the oh my God, I swear. Drive up, dummy. Like people don't know how to drive. Like you shouldn't be out here. I had to take my butt back home, man. You say when black women don't feel like cooking, they cook spaghetti. Yeah, spaghetti is definitely easy to make. But I mean, spaghetti do last you a couple days. You can get a good 2-day meal out of spaghetti. And shit, some people stretch it to 3. I will only do it for 2 days. Like after the second day, I don't want it no more. I definitely don't want it no more. You know, make a pretty good spaghetti, believe it or not. The Olive Garden. I get the thin pasta with the 5 cheese sauce and the Italian sausage. Yo, I'm telling you, just tell them to put extra sauce on it because they don't be putting enough. And I'm telling you, the sausage got a real good flavor to it. Yeah, that joint, all right. When I go there, that's what I get. The joint is on point. Is that spaghetti your favorite, Shay? That's your joint, huh? And my cousin, he do his with cornbread. I ain't never heard of that. You know, I do mine with garlic bread, but he do his with cornbread. So you said they got a special. You buy one get one free. Oh yeah. Damn, I wish I ain't already eat lunch. I'd definitely went there for lunch. Hell, I might go there tonight. They do be having little specials because before I was getting that chicken marcella, like the stuffed chicken breast. They got like the cheese and tomatoes and stuff, or whatever. That was good too. And one day I said, let me try the spaghetti because I like the thin noodles. I don't like thick noodles. And that sucker was on point. I was like, man, I was pleasantly surprised. Like it's on top. Oh, the traffic out here. Speed up all you want. I got it, bitch. I was doing this so I couldn't turn. And I beat his ass to the punch. People be so goddamn so impatient. Be like real out of pocket. I be cracking up when I be seeing dudes still be on the corner trying to hustle. I'm like, nigga, people still staying on. That'd be funny as hell to me when I see that. Yeah, man, try. You sitting there trying to talk to the damn other guy. Oh, yeah, that's crazy. He said the boiled hot dogs growing up, bro. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, yo, I'm gonna let y'all go because I gotta make some calls and I don't want to keep putting y'all on hold. Plus, we've been live for a good time, so I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Make sure y'all check out. Yeah, man. I did a Drewski skit yesterday, man. It ain't hardly getting no damn views. I did like a when he be doing you know how he be interviewing people for talent. I was trying to find something with the little blind top. I bought this gold hairspray shit from the hair store, but that shit don't. I ain't know what the hell I was buying the shit, man. But I thought I did all right shit for my first time, so y'all check that joint out. But yeah, I'm gonna get up off of here. I'm gonna holler at y'all.